Hi Pile 1! Welcome to our fairy boxes video where we have surprise boxes once a month, and this month for November we have fairies, which is very cute because November is my birthday month, and so fairies are always kind of something that I've associated with over the years, especially as I do my readings, which is very cool. So you guys have picked this beautiful pink-haired, lovely, fun, mischievous fairy. I love how she's sitting on this mushroom. She has these flowers, and you've also picked her flowered fairy surprise box, which is very cool. You also have picked this very lovely rose quartz aura, which is very fairy. And you guys have picked the romance angels as your starting deck. So this video is really interesting, because sometimes we have our heart set on somebody and we never stop to think, would we actually be happy if we got them? Would this connection actually make us happy? So I think that this video is a good thing to explore if you were to get into a relationship with this person, or if you were to continue a relationship with this person, if you guys are together. Would you guys be happy? Would this connection make you feel fulfilled and loved and be a match for you? Or would it be toxic? Would it be something that you regret being in? So I want to look to see, will this relationship make you happy, with starting off with the tarot cards and a few oracles. And then we're going to unpack your surprise box. And in the box will be details and symbolism about how your relationship will actually be if you guys are to continue with it, or if you guys get to be with your person. What would it actually be like for real? So I'm going to put the fairy box out of frame just so we have some room to do some readings, but I will put your romance angel deck in frame so you can see it. And I will put your fairy here. We'll start off with the romance angels. And I'm also going to put your little crystal in frame too. Okay. But this lovely box will go down here where we will put it in frame so you can see that too. There we go. All right, so actually I am first going to look at these cards. We're going to see a little bit about what is going on in this connection. So, first of all, I want to see what's going on in this connection. What does your person feel for you currently? So you can get a little idea of where it's at the moment. So we'll do 4 romance angel cards to see what's going on. Yes. All right. Engagement. Okay, so it does seem like your person is seriously considering a higher level of commitment with you than perhaps you guys have had in the past, or perhaps that you guys have talked about so far or have achieved. So I like with the engagement card that your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment with your person. So I do feel like your person is also, for this pile, they are seriously considering what it would be like to be with you in more of a deeper commitment. So it's been on their mind, they've thought about it, they have processed it, they've been wondering, should I progress or deepen the commitment with pile 1? If you guys are actually in the highest level of commitment possible, like married, you guys, I feel like your person is reflecting on the commitment you guys had, especially for those of you who are engaged to your person or married to your person. Your person is reflecting upon the engagement time period, the time period right before the ultimate commitment, right before the marriage. And they're really thinking back, either nostalgic to the time period you guys have been while you're engaged now and how it's been so far, to be like a precursor to how the relationship will be. And also I feel like that your person is thinking about, if you guys are married, how your engagement was when you guys were planning to get married. And I get calling in your soulmate. So I do feel like for pile 1, you guys do have a serious connection. I feel like your person does also agree with you that they also feel like you guys have a soulmate bond. I get healing family issues. So there may be some family dynamics in this connection that complicate it a bit. Or it might be that this connection has helped them heal either family relationships or family wounds. Wounds in your person from family, situations that have hurt them, traumatic ones, or even family wounds like, disruptions in the family unit where you've helped your person kind of repair it. So it seems like they are reflecting that you have a soulmate energy together. They like the commitment, or they like what you guys have so far, and they feel like you are a healing agent for them regarding their family. And then I get finances and career. So I also feel like your person is trying to see, how does this connection really work and pair together in harmony with the career dreams and goals that they have moving forward with you. So it's very interesting. So, okay, so it seems like right now you guys probably are in a very strong commitment. So we'll see if your person, you know, how your person's going to be, and if you are happy with them. So let's look at the tarot. I want to see a little bit about, will this relationship make you happy if you were to continue with it? Because it's interesting how you're watching this video. So maybe you have some reservations or some doubts about this connection. You know, sometimes when we're committed to somebody, we can also think like, wow, would we have been happier? Would our life have been happier if it worked out differently? So I'm going to work with the Gentle Heart Tarot this pile because I'm sticking with the whole pink themes right now. And I want to see a little bit about this connection. So I'm going to do reversals because I feel like it will help me get a lot of information that way. So we have 1, 2, 3 cards on your side. How this connection is going for you right now, how you're experiencing it, like what are you actually going through in this connection? And then 3 cards for your person's side, what they're thinking and feeling about you, and what they are experiencing and going through in this connection as well. 3 cards for the past, what have you both went through in the past that leads to where you currently are. 3 cards for the future. If you got in the next 3 months, if you guys do progress this connection and keep going with it, how does it look for you? And I'm going to be looking at themes of, will you be happy by, you know, are we getting the 9 and 10 of Cups, which is very happy? Do we get the 9 or 10 of Swords, which is less happy? It's usually actually very unfortunate. So, you know, we'll see. How does it look if you were to keep going? I am releasing this video middle of November. So right before Thanksgiving. So for this video, this is 3 months in the future is, let's pretend it's between now and the end of February. A little past Valentine's Day we'll look. And then this is more of a longer term outcome to see if you keep progressing this connection, where will it go, or what would it look like if you guys keep going with it, and would it make you happy? So let's look. I get the Star for the future. You have strong hopes about this connection. And I feel like that where your relationship is at currently, you still have strong hopes for this connection, for the future, for your dreams and goals, both individually for yourself and also with your person. So that is very cool, like how they support your dreams, how you can achieve the life of your dreams, how you guys can mend that together or merge that together and that sort of way. But you're not happy with this connection right now. So it seems like there's definitely something going on in this connection that is upsetting you. I get the 10 of Cups reversed. So that was that card that I was talking about. That is a card of like ultimate happiness. However, with it in reverse like this, it represents how it's like your world is turned upside down, or you're not happy with it right now. But you do have big hopes that it will get better in the future as you move forward. So I get with the 10 of Cups reversed that you're not quite happy with things the way they are, but that you hope things will get better. And then I get the 3 of Wands, which is either you're feeling like your person is very distant from you, or you guys are in a long distance commitment or marriage or engagement, or even dating relationship where you guys are monogamous and committed, but you're long distance. So maybe that's what's making you unhappy with this connection at the moment, or it's that they're emotionally distant, or you are maybe feeling checked out or emotionally distant, but hope that you won't be that way forever. So it's very interesting. So there's definitely the card of emotional or physical distance on either your or their side, or both. For your person, what they're going through is they have not been able to give you, okay, you guys are going through a really hard time. Even though your person feels soulmate energy with you, even though you guys actually probably have a commitment here, for most of you watching this pile. So I get the 5 of Crystals or 5 of Wands, and this is the card of fighting, which normally wouldn't be that bad. But I see the Five of Fire, so there's arguing in this connection. That might be the shut off and the emotional displeasure on your side, which paired with the Ace of Cups, which is, if it's upright, is usually like a very romantic, sweet, overflowing energy of love. So you see how the cup is like overflowing with its water, very overflowing with love, but it is in reverse. So your person is feeling like maybe you guys are in an argument and they're not feeling the love right now. They might love you but not like you right now. They might feel that you're mad at them. They might feel that you don't love them right now or don't like them right now. So they can sense your displeasure for sure. Or they may also be feeling that too. Maybe you both are mad at each other and you're both like, I'm just not gonna, deal with this. I'm gonna go to my corner. They're going to their corner, and we're just not happy with the way that is because you guys seem like maybe you guys got in this volatile blowout, or maybe you guys are just having tension and building this relationship. Because I'm also getting the Ace of Diamonds or Ace of Coins, where right now they're not ready to repair it with you. They're not ready to make up and make nice. They're not ready to extend an offer or an olive branch. Because in this card, the Ace of Coins upright is usually like extending an offer. Like you can even see in some of the tarot cards, this image is usually like a hand giving a coin. In this, there's no hand, but it's almost like being given by God or something, because it's in the clouds, it's like in heaven. So it's almost like being given this gift. But your person does feel it is upright, reversed. So I feel like with this connection, your person is not really happy right now, and they aren't really extending anything. They're not giving anything to you emotionally in regards to this, and it seems like they're closed off and upset. And that's probably making you upset. So what happened? Eight of Fire in the past, reversed. So inability to be able to see each other in person or long distance getting the better of you guys. So this is something that's been tricky and has maybe been aggravating the situation. Also, this is also usually the Eight of Wands is travel or things happening quickly, things speeding up, or things like communication going well, things progressing in this relationship. But it is reversed. So things aren't really progressing or haven't been progressing. Maybe they haven't been progressing for a long time, or maybe you guys are just in a certain level of commitment, but not in a bigger level of commitment that you guys are hoping for. So maybe you guys feel like you're stuck or stalled or not moving forward, or you guys are long distance and it's, taking its toll on you guys, or you guys might feel like, again, with communication upside down, it's like, you guys might have said a lot of stuff you don't mean, or have like spilled out emotionally, said a lot of stuff out of the heat of the moment or being reactive. So there's definitely a lot of maybe like careless words. Then I get the Two of Coins upside down. So the Two of Coins is about trying to balance things, balance a schedule, juggle a lot of things in life. With it upside down, it's like there's been an inability to have balance in this connection when it comes to balancing schedule and finding time for each other. Also, maybe finding the time to travel to see each other if you guys are long distance. And also, this can be sometimes an imbalance in the connection where maybe one person is giving more than the other. Your person's not giving right now. So it might also be a result of either them not really giving their love maybe for a while. Maybe you guys are in a connection where both of you have been checked out for a while. Because with this Two of Diamonds in reverse, I feel like maybe there's an imbalance of not really you guys giving each other love, or maybe you're giving your person love and, or hope that you guys will give each other love in the future, even though you're not happy right now and you feel the distance between you guys. Because I say that they haven't probably been able to give love in a while is because I get the King of Cups reversed. Also, I'm getting strong messages if your person's a water sign. Your person may be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So usually the King of Cups is an extremely emotional card in the deck. It's a very beautiful romantic partner. But with it in reverse, then I feel like it's kind of upside down. And I feel like your person hasn't been able to give love for like a while, or hasn't been giving love in the past, at least recently, probably a little longer than that. So I can see why you guys might be frustrated. In the next few months, things are still, okay, this is not a connection that's going to be repaired overnight. This is a connection that would take a lot of time. But I'm also getting both of you might be checked out and unhappy with this connection. And you might even be asking yourselves, how much longer do you want to hold on? And you might ask yourselves, how long do we want to go in a relationship where maybe we're not happy and maybe we're emotionally checked out and maybe we're just fighting all the time. I get the Knight of Diamonds in reverse. So for your person, I feel like they're not really wanting to progress this connection in the next 3 months. I get that you're not really wanting to progress this connection in the next 3 months because I'm getting Princess of Swords, and that's also upside down. So it's like they're not wanting to move forward. You're feeling like you don't even want to talk to your person, or you might even feel like you guys haven't been talking a lot because they're not really making the moves, so you're not communicating either or at all. And then I get the Emperor in reverse, which is like, usually it would be their energy putting things into motion and taking action and being decisive about something and implementing it and executing it and really like taking initiative. But with it in reverse, I feel like it's kind of, there's no energy moving forward in the next few months, especially because all these cards are reversed. And especially because of what you're currently going through and what they're currently going through and what you guys have gone through in the past. 3 months beyond that. So 6 of Fire in reverse. Okay. You guys might make a decision to walk away from this connection. And, you know, I noticed that in my videos, a lot of times there's a lot of like positivity and hope and optimism. And it's interesting that I find a pile where usually you guys are watching a video for something that maybe you guys are asking yourself serious questions about, like, should I really, really keep going? Because this pile definitely has a different energy than a lot of times that I channel. So it might be that you're getting to an assessment checkpoint in your connection where you're really wondering this, because I feel like in this part, you guys both might be getting to the point where you're really ready to walk away. Because even after 3 months where it doesn't really seem like you guys want to work on it, and then maybe you guys just keep going with it, but you're not really wanting to actually do the work to fix it. Maybe you guys are in a comfort zone and you're just kind of going along, even if it's not really working or making you that happy. And then I get the 6 of Fire, which is usually the card that I always call, or that I've heard of, is the hero that comes home after battle. So this is usually like they come back or they connect. But with it in reverse for you guys together in the future, I get that you actually, I feel, might be getting very frustrated or fed up with this connection to the point where you may not even really want them back. I feel like for you that you may actually find that this connection hasn't been making you happy for a long time, and you're going to be taking the power in your own hands to find what does make you happy. Because if you guys are resisting working on this connection, or you guys just can't, you know, figure something out, it might be that you're really reconsidering the connection. So the 6 of Fire in reverse is usually like not victory, not success, that kind of thing. So you might feel like that this connection hasn't been working out for a while. And so at some point beyond 3 months, you might, in maybe next year, find out like, you know what, I don't know if we want to keep going. Maybe we would be happier if we were just to be friends, or if we were just to take a separation or take some time off right now. Now, I'm not recommending it. I'm not recommending it one way or the other. But I feel like for you, I feel like that's what I'm seeing in the cards. And if you feel like that this connection is going well, and this may not be your situation, you may want to pick another pile, because I feel like this is pile for people that are seriously like almost at their breaking point where they're both you and your person are both not really wanting to continue. So I feel like this might be a card pile for a very specific group of you watching. So if you feel like this isn't your pile, feel free to pick another one, especially if you're drawn to more than one pile. So I'm going to keep going from here, but I wanted to give a little bit of that disclaimer because I feel like this could be a very triggering pile for those of you who are going through a different scenario with your person. Because this is not a situation of a pile where, you know, you love them and they're walking away from you. This is, you guys are both in a commitment. You both have been working on something for a very long time that hasn't been working. And you both are seriously thinking about, we haven't been happy for months or maybe even years. So I feel like this is for like the long-term relationship piles that are have a long commitment for a while. So with that said, I'm going to I want to pull some messages from Divine Masculine because I want to get a little more vulnerability from them. because maybe there's some information in this that can help lighten some truths so that you guys can maybe understand your person deeper, and maybe that can create a unity between you guys with a deeper understanding. And then we'll go to your surprise box. Well, we'll pull one. We'll pull one oracle of an autumn one, because we're in autumn and we're in fairy season. But let me see. So we're going to do 3 messages from Divine Masculine. And then we're going to do 1 Let's Fall in Love oracle regarding what's going on in this connection. What are they thinking? And well, okay. What are they thinking and feeling, and what's going on? Well, this one that even flipped out first. We need to talk. I feel like this might be more of the intimidated, we need to talk expression. So I feel like that you and your person probably know that you guys haven't been on the same page for a long time, and that maybe you guys need to discuss that. That might be the discussion that you guys have been having, but it's not over yet. It's not like a completed conversation. Maybe you guys need to go back to it and revisit it. Or maybe your person's even planning to be like, all right, we need to really sit down and talk about, do we want to continue with this? So there is this. Let's see. Okay, something that is beautiful that I think is helpful for you guys to know, and maybe this will have you look at your person in a different way, or have you feel feelings for your person that are different than maybe the current tone of this connection right now, if there's been a major disconnect, is I get my love for you is eternal, never forget this. So for some of you, some people feel in relationships that they will always love the person, but we're not really compatible. So your person may feel that, even though you guys have been having all this disagreement and tension in the connection, that they still do love you though. And maybe they haven't let go because they still love you, even if they haven't been able to show it or express it, because we got a lot of cards of them not really giving the love, not showing it to you. So I feel like that it's important that your person's higher self wants to tell you like that they really do love you, that they have, been in love with you for a long time. And maybe that's another reason why they've been reluctant to completely let go of this connection, or why they're still continuing with it, even if they're not happy and you're not happy. I want to return to you, but I fear rejection. So something that's been going on in this connection that maybe you guys can work on, and the reason why I like this deck too, is because I feel like it can bring up issues to the surface that maybe we aren't aware of that our person is feeling. So that if you were going to work on this or repair it, or, kind of fine tune this connection, that this is helpful information for you to have so that you can have a repair if you guys were to. And maybe it's because you guys are at such a despairing place in your connection that this video can help you with that. So it says, I want to return to you, but I fear rejection. Sometimes when they want to reconnect with you emotionally, they're scared that you will reject them. Now, that could be completely unfounded. You may have no desire to reject them. But when we fight, or when we're hurt, or when we feel rejected, we can very easily put our walls up, or shut down, or push them away because we're hurt and we don't want to be hurt more. We might feel extra vulnerable and extra fragile, and that's when we can get extra self-protective. And when we're self-protective in this level, it can be extremely rejecting to the other person. Even if we don't want to reject them, even if we don't want to hurt them, we can sometimes, by our own defenses, just be really trying to protect ourselves, but it either shuts them out, or it pushes away their love, or it makes us not see their requests for love. Or we may think, well, I don't want to fulfill your request for love right now. You're literally hurting me, or it's emotionally, I'm in pain and I can't really see that right now, or handle that, or do that. So it might be that your person feels this way. It also might be that you guys have different love languages, and they're needing to receive a certain kind of love from you, but you're giving them a different love language, and they're afraid that they won't receive their love. So it might be that they want to hear nice words from you if they're a words love language, but you're not going to say nice words to them if you're mad. Or it might be that they want to receive touch from you because they're a touch love language, but we're not going to be touching them if we're mad. So, or hurt, or if we feel rejected, sometimes we reject back as well, just because we're not in a space where we can be open and loving at that moment. And that can reject them, and it can be a chain reaction back and forth where you're both rejecting each other and you don't wanting to, but it's kind of tumbling into that. So your person does fear rejection. So there is that. Yeah, sometimes I pick up the phone and think about calling and texting you, but then I change my mind. So if you guys are at a long distance, if you guys are a long distance couple, then I feel like they may want to communicate with you, but then they don't. We did get cards that represented not really communicating, and even in the next few months, kind of a stopping of that communication or a stopping of productive, helpful conversation. So it does seem like, yeah, that they change their mind because maybe they're feeling vulnerable, or they feel like it's useless, or they don't want to have another fight, or maybe they're just not ready to talk calmly. So it does seem like there's all of that, which is ironic when this main card is we need to talk. So I'm going to look now at your fairy box to see if you were to continue with this connection, what would it look like for you? So there's going to be card messages in there that we'll be able to look at. There's also going to be symbolic objects in there psychically that might resonate with you guys in regards to your connection. They might be symbolic, or they might foretell how the future will go, or it might be like, let's say for an instance, there's something that reminds you of a trip that you guys have planned to take in the future. That could be that that opportunity still exists, or that you guys do it, as an example. So let's see what is going on. So if you guys were to continue with this connection, what would it look like for you? Because I do feel like you have hope for this connection. So I'm going to take the message cards out, and I'm going to go for them last. Okay. And then I have all the, yes. Okay. And we have all the objects. Alrighty. So I'll put the message cards here. I'll put your crystal on it. And I'm going to unpack the box for you. So the first thing that I get, which is very interesting that I'm seeing right away, is one, I see a cell phone. So I feel like for you guys, this we need to talk stuff. I feel like you guys will start to be able to, if you want, like with looking at it in a different way and working on this connection, maybe therapy could even help. It represents how you guys could talk more. So productive communication would have to happen. And also I see that there is hope for that. There is hope for productive communication. And I'm also getting this postcard, which is you guys need to communicate with each other or send each other a message. It's interesting on the postcard, it represents communication, and the Disney castle is a kind of a fairy tale or a happily ever after, a happy ending kind of place. So I feel like maybe Disney is important, or Orlando or Florida. Also, I'm getting, for some of you, I'm also getting with this Disney castle, it could be that you guys are really hoping to communicate or talk about how you guys can have this happy ending, this connection, or this happily ever after. So I do feel that if you, with your person, do want to continue with this, I feel like you guys could have productive communication, especially about the commitment, especially about how you guys want it to look. So it does look like there is some hope. Maybe it needs to be that there are some changes, though, before you guys were to get to this point. Because right now, as it stands, if nothing changes, then I feel like you're going to continue to get more of the same, and it's probably going to be upsetting for you. So I feel like there is hope, though, that you guys can change it. Another Florida reference. I'm getting a ton of Florida references for you guys, actually. I'm going to show you a ton of them. So one, I get, and this is a fake credit card, but this is a promotional deal that I saved because I liked Mickey Mouse, and the credit card. So one, I feel like you guys need some luck in this connection. There is a 4-leaf clover sticker that I put on this card, so you guys do need some luck. I also feel like you guys need some luck in your finances, your career, and your money life to help this connection along. I'm also getting with the Disney card that, again, it's more Florida energy. So there is this. I'm also getting this seashell, which is also very Florida based. I was given to this by my friend's daughter when I was in Florida in St. Pete. So this is like St. Pete, Tampa area, more like the middle, Florida area, and more like Orlando, and in that is like middle Florida. So there's that. Also, again, this is further confirmation of water sign energy. So you or your person may be a water sign, a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, or have that strong in your chart somewhere. And then I have this flamingo stirrer for this drink And so this is Florida as well with the flamingo. Also, what I like about the flamingo animal totem symbolism for this connection is, one, it's not a surprise that it's also pink for you, which is love. And then two, I love how flamingos have such long legs, because I feel like with this especially, they have long legs here. It's like they can stand tall above problems and look down at them from a different vantage point. So I do feel like that in this connection, you guys can have more of like a bird's eye view of it or a higher perspective to change this around if you want to. So there is, I would say there is potential for this for you if you want. Then I get, and I'm going to give this to the cats. Well, actually I won't, because they're sleeping right now and I don't need to make them all crazy. But I get this reindeer. And so this reindeer is interesting because I'm getting Christmas time or the holidays or winter might be significant in this connection, either with one of or both of your birthdays or with a time period that was very emotional or sentimental or important to you guys. Maybe a past holiday or a past Christmas was important for some of you if you celebrate that. Also, I feel, or if your person does. And also I'm getting two with the reindeer, so like Capricorn energy is strong. So that's strong, like winter energy months, Capricorn, Aquarius energy. And then I'm also getting two that it's like you guys would be able to find ways with each other that you guys can play and have more fun in this connection as things do progress. Because it's interesting with this reindeer, it's like a cat toy, which is playful. And I'm getting this piñata, which the piñata is also like a party. Some of you guys might be connected to Latin or Spanish, cultures. So there's this. I'm also getting the unicorn. So if you guys are here from my unicorn video, I feel like that there may be, because that was the last surprise boxes I did last month, that there may be some magic in this connection that you guys still have left. You might have seen them as your unicorn, or they may see you as their unicorn, where it's like you guys were such a sacred soul, some magical, rare partnership that I feel like you guys both look back to how you guys met and the connection and the love that you guys have felt when you guys were together or have been together in this connection earlier on. So there is that. And I also feel like sometimes if you guys are like a fighting couple just naturally, it's like you guys might just like beat each other up with the the unicorn piñata. Like you guys might treat each other like piñatas sometimes, and that might be that you guys are hoping that by doing so it will like help the candy fall out, that it will help you guys have something better in this connection. But usually you guys just end up being a little worse for wear. So, and I don't mean this as abusive, because that's different. So if you guys are in obviously a violent relationship, I would definitely recommend, to try to get yourself safe and be somewhere safe and get yourself safe. Then I get this silver heart though, or a platinum heart. So I feel like, and I say platinum, this is like a $2 heart. So it's not at all platinum, but I would say that this is like, you guys have this like platinum heart or this like silver heart, which is like an eternal love. It's like, even if you guys do choose to leave this connection, you guys can still love each other forever in your hearts. And I feel like you guys would still love each other a lot. I'm getting sunglasses, ironic, still kind of like a Florida energy or like a tropical energy. Maybe you guys or live in a warm climate or somewhere warm, somewhere where you always need sunglasses. Maybe, obviously I'm in California, so I wear these, but maybe you guys are somewhere sunny or that, or maybe there's a Leo energy in this connection with the sun. So there's that. Also with sunglasses, I feel like that this is like you guys are still trying to see clearly in this connection and trying to get clarity, but with sunglasses blocking out light or blocking out information, it can be a self-protective energy. It's interesting, these sunglasses are reflective, so you might be like you guys might be bouncing off each other, where it's like if they try to give you love, I feel like maybe it gets pushed away, or if you give them love, it gets pushed away. So it's like a reflection or projecting energy, which is interesting. And also I feel like that this could be like you're trying to protect yourself from something too harsh. So there is that. Then I get these beautiful stickers / whatever they are. I love them though. It says, and I love how they're flowers. It says, "You light up my world," and "dreaming of you and me." I'm not sure if they show up on camera well, but I do feel like you guys are still dreaming about what you guys could have together if you were to. And I get with You Light Up My World, I do feel like that, you know, you're remembering a time period in this connection where you used to do that for each other. I don't feel like you guys have done that for each other probably in a while, to be honest, with the cards that I saw. But I would say that you guys have the potential of this because it was there. You guys might need to spark up this connection again, and you guys might be having the wrong kind of sparks. I get this crown, which is beautiful. So I do feel like they see you as like a queen or a royal partner to them. They do see you as like their queen to the king or king to the queen. So there is that. We did get a lot of evolved cards when it came to King of Cups and stuff like that, Emperor energy. So I do feel that there is like that kind of, you know, at least in the beginning, or at least for part of this connection, you guys have had a lot of respect for each other. And you guys could reinfuse the respect back into this connection if you wanted to. I do get this beautiful pink butterfly on this flower, and it's interesting, there's a mirror. So the mirror represents mirroring each other, feeling like you both are going through the same thing at the same time and probably feeling very like mutually, feeling a little hurt, feeling like you guys are both feeling the same way. But the butterfly is about change and transformation. But it's interesting how mirrors are fragile. Glass is fragile. And it's kind of like you guys might feel like you guys are in a fragile space right now. But even though you guys are feeling vulnerable and fragile maybe, it does seem like you guys are going through transformation, which is beautiful. And it's interesting how this flower is open, which is beautiful. And let's see. Now we also have, yes, I have this clip, and on it, it says Destiny. So I do feel like that you guys are very connected together. This is locked together. And also Destiny. So yeah, so you guys probably actually have gotten married or have some strong commitment where you guys have felt like we want to marry each other. We feel like it's a destiny, or we felt like it was a destiny, so we married. So it's like you guys are very, connected in a very like strong, connected, committed way. So probably like a legal marriage. And then I get Destiny. So I feel like you guys, there is, if you want to continue to stay and honor your vows and just continue with what you guys had promised all those years ago, you guys could do it. Like your bond is strong enough where you guys could. So you guys could still have that. I get this beautiful selenite fairy wand. I put a fairy wand in each one of the boxes. So maybe you guys need a little bit of magic in this connection, or maybe you guys need to put the magic back into this connection. And then I get this little protective dude. Again, this is like Mayan or Toltec or Aztec. I forget which one the crystal seller told me it was, but this is a little protective warrior. So this is an interesting energy, especially because we did get the Emperor, which is a warrior, and we also got this little guy. So there may be some Aries energy in this pile for you guys, you or them. And I am getting to that it's like you guys can just kind of soldier along if you want. I do feel that you guys are protective over each other, and I do feel like you guys are protective over yourselves. But interesting with the warrior energy, this could be that you guys, again, are maybe fighting each other too much. The rainbow, golden sheen obsidian of this crystal is a very beautiful energy for self-protection and for protecting your partner. So if you guys were to channel it towards that direction, I feel like that could help you in this connection. And selenite, which is beautiful, it is interesting. It's kind of like a unicorn horn with the way the grooves are and the ridges in this connection, like the piñata here. And this is about selenite, which is angelic, which is about connecting to your higher self and your energy there. All right, now I'm going to clear away your beautiful surprise box images. So if you guys were to continue with this connection, I do see that there is a lot of potential and hope to improve it if you guys want to really put in the work to do so. So there is that. And if you guys do want to continue to improve this connection, we will look at these cards and messages here and see if you were to improve this connection or work on it. How would that go for you? So I want to look to see with these messages, I want to see a little bit about what's coming through either how they're feeling and thinking about you, or advice for you, or maybe tips for like, if you want to work on this connection, how to do so, or even messages kind of from the universe now as kind of your final messages from your surprise box to see. So this is interesting. So usually they always say in a relationship, they're like, oh, it's all about compromise. Oh, it's all about this, that, this. But it's interesting with this card that says don't compromise. And the reason why I feel like this is coming through for you is because I feel like this is like, don't compromise yourself. Don't compromise who you are. Don't compromise what you need in a relationship. And if there are important like values or important things that you've discovered in this connection that you like need to have in a partnership, I feel like this is where they're saying like, you know, you can compromise in regards to both of you guys, you know, working together. But if it's that you're compromising who you are or yourself or your happiness, then I would say it's important to like not compromise those key things. And also it's interesting too, because if you do want to continue and hold on, I do get the Faith card. So I'm also getting for you too that if you do want to work on this partnership, that I feel like there is faith here. I do feel like you guys can work on this if you want to. You may need a professional to help you at this point, but I do feel like that there is potential here. Then I get sign from above. So with this, I feel like that there are certain signs, maybe a sign in the surprise box that came through, an object for you. Maybe there was something you were waiting to see or hear, or a message that's come through in this reading that you've been waiting for as maybe confirmation. Or maybe you've assigned your own sign to the universe or to your angels and your guardian angel. And it seems like that in the next, you know, week or two or a few weeks that you'll look for the sign. And I feel like that you will be given a sign about this connection. And I feel like it might be different for each of you watching, but I do feel like that there will be a sign that's given to you that's going to show you whether you want to stick around in this connection or not. Then I see generosity. So I do feel like that it's really about both of you guys being able to feel like you guys can give love to each other again, or really reopening your hearts to love in this way, because I feel like this generosity card is less about financial generosity and more about giving each other the love that you guys need and receiving the love from the person that they're trying to give when they do. Even if you use phrases or words that say, you know, I know that we're not on the best of terms right now, or I know things are tense right now, but I do appreciate this. I do see this. Even if I'm not ready to really take it in right now, I do acknowledge and I see you doing this and I appreciate that and thank you. You know, even if you're kind of in that space. Then I get soulmate. So it is interesting because you guys did get the cards about calling in your soulmate from your person. And I do feel like that your person does see you as a soulmate. And I feel like you do see your person as a soulmate as well. So there is a lot of soulmate bond between you guys, soulmate love, and probably even some soulmate life purpose here. I get the right card, which is interesting too with writing, because we got the post card. We got that you guys need to improve the communication, but that maybe even in the next few months, it might still be strained. You guys might need to, maybe even you can even take a workshop or a class about how to improve the communication in this dynamic. But I do see there is that. Also, you guys might need to write to each other. Maybe writing it down is easier because it can de-escalate fighting when it's written out. Maybe sometimes conversations can be a journal entry instead of a conversation. And then sometimes maybe it's about writing your person some beautiful words. Or maybe they need to do that for you. Then I get, can you feel me? So I also feel like that you guys, there is something that Gottman said. Gottman is a therapist that is like a pioneer in relationship coaching and marriage counseling and stuff like that. And so what's interesting is they say that to improve a connection, sometimes all you need is a 6-second kiss. So the can you feel me card reminds me of that when they're staring at each other into each other's eyes. So sometimes when you're needing to reconnect with your partner, just like looking at them in their eyes and really being able to be present with them and connecting to them can be very eye-opening or emotional. And it might be with the, you know, with these two lovers as they're doing this, that maybe it's about sharing a 6-second kiss. And they say doing it every day, but like a real one, not like you're emotionally holding back and you're just kind of disconnecting and going through the motions. And again, that's only if you want to. But that is a technique to sometimes deepen the bond between lovers during time periods where maybe the relationship is getting stale or you need to reconnect. So there is that. And of course, it has to be like appropriate timing and consent. So then I get dreams coming true. So I do feel with this that it's like, I do feel that you guys, if you want to continue this partnership and make these dreams come true, I feel there is potential for that. Then I get leap of faith, which is beautiful. So I do feel like that with this connection, that there is a lot of potential here, and that for a lot of you, you may even continue to keep sticking it out and take a leap of faith in this connection. There are definitely some things that can be worked on to improve it. I do get the unconditional love. So I get that there's a strong bond and an unconditional love between the two of you. So there is that. And then I get hopeless and curious. So this is something that I have learned in my therapist journey that has been very, very helpful. So a lot of times when we become therapists, they teach you, if you're feeling in a judgmental space or if you're feeling hopeless about something with this hopeless card, it's really good to always transition it or turn it around into something curious. Because what happens is, if you're thinking about a judgment or feeling judging, or if you're feeling like hopeless about something or feeling like, gee, I feel like it's stuck, there's like a dead end, I don't know. When you're feeling hopeless in this space, it's always good to be curious. Like, I wonder if, or what about this? Or if you turn it into a curious space, it helps you ask questions to your partner that are very helpful to move things along. And then also it gets you out of a space of being stuck, and it puts you into an energy that's more active. Something that's more questioning, something that's more curious. And you're not questioning to judge them or punish them or get them in trouble. You're not questioning to get information to reject them. You're getting curious. You're being like, gee, I wonder, if you're saying something like you're noticing that they're getting angry, you could be like, I'm curious why you might be getting angry right now. I'm noticing that you're starting to clench your fists. I'm noticing that you're pacing around the room. Like, I'm curious, what is it right now you think that might be making you angry that we're talking about or that we're having this discussion? So it turns it into a place of feeling hopeless to a place of feeling curious. And that leads to understanding between people, which leads to empathy, which leads to pairing and repairing the connection. So that is what I will leave you with for those of you that want to continue with this connection or that feel like you guys want to work on this with your person. So I hope this has helped you. I know this is a very specific pile for very specific people that are going through this situation. So again, if you've gotten this far, it's been almost an hour, apologies. If you've gotten this far, I feel like this has probably resonated with you, but if it hasn't, feel free to pick another pile or another video. There may be messages for you in the unicorn video I posted last month for the surprise boxes, because you did get the unicorn piñata. So you may want to check that one out if you want, which can help. And I also feel like for you guys, I just really want to appreciate you, and just send you love today, because you guys have done so much for me. I appreciate all the times you like my videos and comment on them. It's really cool being able to get to know you guys. It's been awesome, and it also helps the channel, so thanks. And also, if you guys have not subscribed yet, I'd love for you guys to subscribe if you like this video and you want to see more in the future. Feel free to hit the notification bell, because that will give you updates of when I post stuff. I post to the community board, I post to stories now, or what do they call them? Not stories, that's Instagram, shorts, I post to that. I do all sorts of stuff. So anyways, if you hit the notification bell, you'll get updates of when I post stuff. And until next time, I do wish you guys a lot of love in this connection. I know that it's a difficult one, and my heart goes out to you for that, because that's not easy. But I will see you guys soon, and if you need me, I'm here for you. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to our next Surprise Boxes video, which in this video we are featuring fairies. So I love this surprise box video. I love these fairies. I think they're very, very cute. There's actually a story behind this. I was engaged, God, I don't know, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, whatever. A long time ago. Obviously, it wasn't the right fit, but we're still friends, and it's nice, and we're on good terms. Anyways, when we got engaged, one of my friends, she gave me this, which was supposed to represent him and I, which is very, very beautiful. She knew I liked fairies. So I feel like that this is a very beautiful fairy love energy. I love that you guys have picked it. It's very autumn. It's very fall. So whenever I look at this, ironically, there's dust on it, right? How symbolic. Dusting off something from the past. That might be something that you are going through with your person, as well as I do like the eternal love. It looks like they are sharing. Now, the interesting thing is this statue, this couple, which might be like you and your person, has gone through a lot of challenges because they have come out a little bit worse for wear, or like, you know how life kind of brings us through bumps and bruises. So her little arm, unfortunately, is broken off. And his little wing also has broken off. So he only has one wing and she only has one arm. Now it's interesting because together they're still holding hands on one side, and between the two of them, they can help each other fly. So that's beautiful. Also, of course, it's always said that it's better to be able to be self-sufficient so you both can fly together instead of a codependency. But we'll just overlook that right now. That might be a little too much tea for now. Anyways, I thought it would be cute as a fairy to drink out of a pumpkin today. So that's what I'm deciding to do. Also, what's interesting is on the skirt of this girl, she has these little flourishes, which to me, they look like two Aries symbols. I don't know if you can see that. So you or your person or both of you may be in Aries or have strong Aries in your chart somewhere, which is interesting. But I'm also feeling like you guys might have picked this pile because both of you guys are very united emotionally. You can see how the couple is really connecting and they're really looking at each other, gazing at each other with love. So that's very, very beautiful. You also have picked this yellow, ironically also chipped, citrine. I feel like you guys have gone through a lot of kind of damage together, either in your lives where you guys have gone through a lot of trauma, or in this connection, it's definitely bruised your hearts a little bit together. Or maybe life has kind of given you some disadvantages. So there's definitely some challenges you guys have been going through. And I would not be surprised if that comes across in the cards or in the reading. Also, you guys have picked the Alchemia Tarot, which I picked because it's yellow and it's pretty, and it goes with the color scheme. But I also love this deck, and we're going to use it to see what's going on in this connection before we unpack your fairy box that you picked. So one, how beautiful that it's very autumn themed. Out of all the fairies, you guys are the most autumn. So you guys may have important things in your connection happen or will happen in the fall. We are still in the fall if you're watching this video when I'm releasing it for the next month or so. And also I get on the box it says grateful and blessed. I do feel like you guys are very grateful to have each other in each other's lives. And I feel like there's a ton of appreciation between the two of you and a big connection, which is beautiful. I will put this out of frame for now because we will be unpacking this box for you, which if you guys have never gone through a surprise boxes video before, I unveil it and unbox it and we see different symbolic psychic objects in the box that will connect to you and your person. So, and message cards and other psychic tarot reading cards in there and stuff. It's very cool. So, what's interesting about this reading today is, you know, they always say, you know, we sometimes chase somebody in love. Sometimes we try to pursue someone or we wish for them or we hope we can be together or we're in this connection with them and we want it to continue. But sometimes we never stop to think and ask ourselves, is this connection something that's going to make us happy? If we were to get our person, if we were to be able to be with them for real, would this connection actually make us happy? Or is this a fantasy? Is this something that we have dreamed up in our head that we wish we had because we hope to have something beautiful, but really it's toxic, or it's stuck, or, you know, it's wishful thinking. So I wanted to do a video where we address if you were to be able to be with your person, or if you guys are together now, and if you were to keep going in this connection, would this connection actually make you happy if you're to be in it? So we will look at it with the tarot, and we're going to see with this box if you guys were to get your person, or the future of this connection to try to get to be with them, or if you're in a connection already and you choose to stay together, what would your relationship be like? So the box will talk about the future of your connection, and the tarot, which we will look at now, will talk about what is going to happen in this connection and what is going on in this connection now. So when I'm looking for happiness cards, I want to see 10 of Cups. I want to see 9 of Cups. If I'm looking for if this is going to make you guys happy, you know, those are cards I want to see. 3 of Cups, Chariot, things moving forward. If cards come up like 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords, Death card, Tower, I would say, all right, this might not make you guys very happy in reality. Or if you guys were to continue in this connection, maybe you guys wouldn't really be happy in it. And I think it's important because I think when we're in love, it is important for us to be happy if possible. You know, fortunately, we are not in the medieval times where you have to be married for money or have an arranged marriage, even though it's still common. So I would say that since we do, most of us have the luxury of being able to choose a partnership that will make us happy, let's see if this one will for you. So what's going on right now in this connection? I have 3 cards on your side. How you are experiencing this connection right now. Are you happy in it? What's going on? 3 cards for their side. What's going on in this connection from their point of view? Are they happy? What is the dynamic here? 3 cards for the past. What have you guys gone through already to lead you to this current situation? 3 cards for the future to see in the next 3 months. So if you're watching this mid-November when I'm posting it, this would represent between now and let's say the end through the end of February. If you're watching it later, this is timeless. Feel free to calculate 3 months out and we'll see, will you guys be happy in the short term? And then 1 card for a longer term outcome, or this is, if you're watching it now, I would say this is between, let's say, March on. Otherwise, calculate 3 months in the future for you, and it will be that time period on. So, and I am going to do reversals because this is going to be about basically more details. So for you, you're feeling like you want to move forward with your person, but you don't trust them. And that might be a question of why you're wondering, would you be happy with your person or not? So, and this is like in the current moment. So you're feeling like you don't know if you can trust your person because as of now, maybe something happened where you feel betrayed. The 7 of Swords is a card of trust issues or worrying or wondering about the trust being off in this connection. I also get the Chariot, so I do feel like you want to move forward with your person or you're still willing to. But I also get the Hermit, where I'm also seeing that for you, you may also be going back and forth between being pulled back and withdrawing or moving forward with the Chariot. So I feel like for you, your decision of will you be happy in this connection or not will revolve around the concept of trust. Because you're going to see, can you trust your person or not? You may have been hurt or betrayed by your person, will look. And also you're torn between should you move forward or should you pull back? Or should you move forward or should you maybe even leave or walk away? It might just be that you need some downtime or some time to recharge. Now, this is just kind of what's going on your end. Now, on your person's side, I get, okay, very interesting. All right, so the betrayal thing I feel like you've gone through has already happened. This is not like in the future. This is something that I see you've already experienced. Now, you may have felt, or your person may even have, I don't know if you guys have a commitment. First of all, number 1, I don't know if you guys have an official commitment because I get that they're not being with other women with the 3 of Cups, but they might have been in the past. But I also don't feel like you guys were monogamous at that time. So I feel like that this is a pile for somebody where you're worrying if your person will be faithful to you or monogamous to you. And with the 3 of Cups, I feel like that this is that your person, with it reversed, this is in the upright, This is in reverse. So your person's feeling like, yeah, I just don't know if you know, they want to be exclusive, because it seems like they're not with other women or not with other people, but also they may not know if they can have fun in a connection with you, or you guys might not be having fun at this current moment. So your person might not be having fun right now. I'm also getting the Four of Coins, which represents not really holding on to you right now. So your person also might be a little distant. They may be feeling like they are not with other people, but they're not really wanting to hold on to you, or they may not be valuing this connection right now at this time. And also, when that's, you know, Four of Coins in reverse. And then also I'm getting the Two of Wands upright. So I feel like they want to be sexual with you and they want to have sex with you. I feel like that for most of you, this is your scenario. You're not sure if you can trust your person and you want to either move forward or pull away. Or you go back and forth, and maybe you sometimes move forward and sometimes you pull away and you're not sure. For their side, I feel like they're not with other people, but they're not really having fun in this connection. They are not valuing you, and this is current moment. This could change. They're not valuing you, and they're not really holding on to you very tightly. And they're having sex with you, or they're being physical with you, or they're wanting to be sexual with you, or they're attracted to you sexually. And they're trying to think about what their future is going to be. I feel like your person also may be a little undecided about if they want to continue with you at this time. So we'll see what goes forward. So that's it. What happened in the past, you guys? What's happened? Well, first there's some fighting. There's definitely disagreements. You guys have had different ideas of what you guys want, or you guys have been on different pages, or maybe you have a power struggle in this connection or in this dynamic, or maybe in this situation, this Five of Wands is really, it's like they are, yeah, in the past you guys have disagreed and argued about stuff. And then I get the Temperance, which is destiny, and Princess of Swords. But the reason why you guys have argued about stuff is because as a destiny, this is Temperance, so like I feel always this is a destiny card. So as a destiny, you did what you were meant to do. You were awesome. As a destiny, you were meant to fight with your person in a way, because you were meant to stand up for yourself and advocate for yourself and communicate strongly and from a place of empowerment, because I get the Princess of Swords. So I see that you communicated very well, very effectively and strongly, and you were meant to, and that was absolutely the right thing, and you did a great job. And that's what caused the fight, because you were just not tolerating bad treatment and you weren't tolerating this. So you really were able to stand up for yourself, and that's amazing. And I think that gave your person a lot of food for thought. And I think that might be where you're both questioning, is this something you guys both want to do? Now, in the future, in the next 3 months, and again, this can change, but I get the Five of Swords reversed, where I feel like you're not really going to be going off on your own, or your person's not going to be going off on their own. I feel like you guys are going to continue still being with each other, or, you know, messing with each other. I feel like you guys are going to continue with this connection, or, you know, continue with it. So the Five of Swords reversed, because Five of Swords is usually them being on their own, or being ambitious or ruthless, or, you know, too overly independent, or maybe too selfish. But with it in reverse, I feel like they're not being overly independent. They're not being overly selfish. That there can be a coming together. So that's good. But I still don't feel like, I feel like they're going to continue with you for the next 3 months, but I don't think that they're going to open up their heart. I get the King of Cups reversed. So usually the King of Cups is like they're emotive, they're giving love, they're like sharing that. But with it in reverse like this, I feel like your person is not giving the romantic love. So your person's in a space where they can really only give sex. And that might be another reason why you don't trust them. Because you might be like, am I in a situation where this person doesn't value me and they only are using me for sex? That could be a question you've been asking yourself. And you might think, if I get to be with them finally, will it change? Will it get better? Would I be happy if they committed to me for real, or if we were in a commitment for real? I get the Strength card. So I feel like a concept for you guys that you're dealing with is strength is like self-love, you being an empowered person, advocating for yourself. You may have your North Node in Aries. You might be a person with your North Node is in Leo. So people with these placements are ones that are meant to like protect oneself and honor oneself and master self-love. So you guys might have this as your north node, which you can see if you look up your chart. So there is this. So I feel like, you know, you may still be coming from a place where you set your boundaries and you're empowered, and your person continues with you, but they're not opening their heart, and you're still like, well, I don't know how much longer I want to continue if you're not going to, you know, connect this in, or if this is not a romantic thing for you. Now, in the future, I get your person showing up as the King of Swords. So I feel like they're going to communicate better with you, number one. This is a beyond 3-month time period mark. Also, I'm also getting too that you guys might deepen your connection by also deepening the friendship part, and that could help your connection. So there's better communication, there's better friendship energy. So that's awesome. So I do like this for you guys, and I feel like your person can at least go from an unevolved or an upside down in reverse king to now an upright king. So this might be a slow progression between you and your person. So you also may want to reassess, like, at different points in this connection, and assess how long do you want to hang in there, or how long do you want to wait. Because I feel like with this connection between you and your person, I feel like that there is definitely potential. But I also feel like there can be, it might be different for each of you for if they end up falling in love. Because I feel like right now they're at least not really giving the love and the affection, even if they do feel romantically in love. But I want to see some more information. I want to know a little bit about their shadow side right now. Is it this card deck or that one? They always look the same. Okay. Yes. All right. I want to know some light side, shadow side messages in this pile from your person. And I also want to know some untold truths of the heart oracle, because I want to know what's going on here. So this is what your person is dealing with in regards to their shadow side, their light energy, all of this. So shadow side, I don't deserve you. So your person definitely feels like they don't deserve you, and they may even have some low self-esteem. So your person is definitely battling with this sort of energy. So there is that. They might not give their love to you. Okay, so I'm actually going to pause this here because my phone just died or whatever, I don't know. But I don't want to put these back in the deck and reshuffle because these are important. And apparently you only got through one of the 3 shadow messages. So I'm going to re-record this for you, but I'm going to put these to the side because these already came out in the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle, and this is powerful. Okay, so I'm going to go back. You got the 3 these. So this is not it. Hold on. I probably put them back in the deck, but I remember what you got. This one, this one, this one. Okay. Alrighty. So what you guys got, one, so to sum up, because I'm not sure where this cut off, the I don't deserve you. So your person is definitely feeling low self-esteem, and they're not feeling like they deserve you or this connection, and they might actually have a lot of like self-loathing. So there is this. Then it's easier to be in a superficial relationship than with you. And the thing is the reason why they can't have just casual sex with you is, one, because you've told them that you're not down for that, and that you're not going to have that, and you're worthy of more, and blah, blah, blah. 2, so they know that that's not something you're on board for. 2, because it's not a superficial connection with you. It's interesting because it says it's easier to be in a superficial relationship than with you. So they are not ready for a commitment. They're not ready to settle down right now. You're probably aware of that. And you're wondering if you guys could get back together at some point in the future, or if you guys could commit some point in the future. Would this connection make you happy after all? But it's interesting where it says it's easier to be in a superficial relationship, because for them, it's like maybe they don't have the relationship tools to work through conflict resolution, or to be emotionally vulnerable, or to be brave in this way, or work on their wounds enough to be together with you, because it seems like they're only available or ready for a superficial relationship. 2, they don't feel like they deserve you, so they can't have something deep or serious with you because they don't feel like they deserve you, and being with you is something that they feel like would be bad for you, because they feel like they're not good, and then if you're around them, that they'll like rub off on you and, you know, be bad for you or hurt you or whatever. And so they try to find a superficial relationship somewhere else or whatever, but with the 3 of Cups in reverse, they're not finding anyone, or they're not acting on it, or there's nobody interesting, or maybe they just can't make it happen. So that's not really going on. And the reason why they also can't have a superficial relationship with you is the light message, you are my best friend, because it's not superficial, your connection with them. It's deep. And going back to the statue, it's a deep connection between the two of you guys. Like, you guys have this deep, passionate time and this deep, passionate love and this deep bond and this strong best friend energy with a strong sexual attraction with the Two of Wands. So they know they can't have just something superficial or casual with you, and they can only have a casual, superficial relationship at this time in their life. And so they try to have it with other people and it doesn't work, and they don't even have sex with them or do anything with them. So that is really interesting. Now, to go back to our originally scheduled program with cards that I see, these are very powerful, and so are these. It says right now they are reflecting upon the memories you guys have together. With you having the Hermit on your side, for some of you, you guys are in separation or you guys have already ended things. So they're definitely reflecting on the memories that you guys have and your bond together. It says bittersweet, dwelling, and reminiscing. So they're stuck in this. So for some of you, you guys have already put your foot down. You guys have already ended it. You've spoken from a place of empowerment because it was a destiny and you needed to do so. And you're still reflecting back, being like, oh, what could have been? Oh, what if? What if? And it seems like that they're also doing that too. They're also dwelling, they're bittersweet, they're wondering. Then I get misunderstood, lost soul, victim, and mistakes. So they've made a lot of mistakes in this connection and in their life and in general and in other relationships. They also feel like they're a victim in their own life and they're not taking a stand because they need to have self-esteem to do that, and they don't really have a lot of that right now. They might not have had that for a long time, if ever. Also, lost soul. I feel like maybe they've been lost for a while, and you probably have already seen that in them. And it's interesting with misunderstood, because I feel like that your person is definitely, you guys have been cross-purposed and you guys really haven't understood each other in a deeper way, because I think you guys have been too focused on your own pain. So there is that. Then I get sidetracked, delays, distractions, and change. So your person's sidetracking themselves, they're delaying this connection, they are distracting themselves with anything else, they're trying to have fun but they're not, they're kind of miserable and stuff, and it seems like they're trying to distract themselves from ruminating over you and your memories together. This is so powerful. Okay. Let's see. Time frame. I want to get one more oracle thing and then we'll go to your surprise box, because that's going to be a thing as well. So let's see. Yeah, we'll get some we'll do this. All right. I'm going to do 3 messages from Divine Masculine. So we'll see what are their vulnerable thoughts. And I'm going to do 1 card from the Autumn deck that I have, Let's Fall in Love Oracle. So we can see, what are they thinking about you? Thanks. All right. So, this came up in pile 1. Were you guys attracted to pile 1? Totally different scenario, completely different relationship style, but there may be some messages in there for you, or maybe you guys are going through the similar, your person and their person are thinking similar things, because it's true, pile 1 and 2 do have similarities where you guys are both wondering, like, would you really, really be happy? Maybe you wouldn't, but maybe you would. I get we need to talk. So both you and pile 1 did get this card. So that is interesting. If you also are here from pile 1 and you're like, oh, I don't like the messages, maybe there's another pile for me out there. This is a confirmation that maybe this is still wanting to say something to you. So I do feel like that your person feels like you guys need to talk. For some of you, you guys haven't talked in a while. For others of you, you guys definitely need to have more of an understanding. There is misunderstandings that have happened in this connection. And I feel like they also probably miss you. Deep down, I knew you were speaking the truth. This is a very, very powerful message, you guys, because I feel like it really connects to what your person is going through. So when you guys had that powerful conversation that kind of blew up, and that was a destiny that you had it when you were so empowered and lovely and awesome, they knew you were speaking the truth. You hit home. You had points. You delivered. You showed them facts. That was powerful, you guys. Formulating an escape plan to leave the karmic partner. Now, it's interesting because I feel like with the Three of Cups reversed, they're not really active with this karmic partner or with anybody they've been trying to date or whatever. Maybe it's because it's already over, but they haven't officially ended it or whichever. But I do feel like they're trying to end this situation with them, if they are. If they haven't, the karmic partner might be family members, or it might be somebody else, like a friend or something that is interfering, or maybe even they're trying to escape from their karma in general. Good luck. All right. You are my guiding light, so don't ever stop shining. And the thing is you might feel like they don't value you, but I also feel like they may not show you that they value you. So for some of you watching, they don't value you, but for others of you, they do. They just don't show you, especially if they devalue their own self. So very, very powerful, you guys. Now let's go to your surprise box. Let's see if this can turn around. Let's see if you guys were to be with them. Would you be happy? Would this connection be able to make you happy? All right. So I'm first going to take out all the objects in the box. I do feel like either way, they do feel, again, so grateful and blessed to know you. If you guys are in each other's lives still, that you're in each other's lives and that they have you there and they appreciate it. For others of you, they're grateful for the time you guys have spent. All right, so I'm going to take out all these cards. Oh, that's so interesting. I remember what I did when I stuffed this box. Okay, I did put a postcard in each box. You guys have one. So does pile one. You both got we need to talk. Maybe the continuity theme in all three of these piles. I don't know about pile 3. Haven't looked yet. But it might be that you guys all need to talk in this connection. And that's definitely the first step to assessing whether you guys can be happy or not. So we have these cards. So that's cool. I will put these to the side. So we will look at them at the end. But to unpack your box first, we'll start with the postcard since I was already talking about it. Now, who is the most magical fairy of this fairy box of all? Tinkerbell. We love her. So this is also very cool. So yes, so we do have a little bit of a Florida theme in these piles as well, because I do remember all the postcards in the boxes are from Disney. So there may be an Orlando Disney thing going on. Also, it's interesting with this postcard because I do feel like with the stars at the top here that there is some magic that can still happen in this connection if you want to. I also feel like it's interesting. I feel that you may feel neglected in this connection. The reason why is because what's the thing with Tinkerbell in the movie, and I would say the first original Peter Pan Disney movie, is basically they didn't believe in fairies, and so she died from neglect until they clapped and she came back to life and all that. I think that that was Hook. That was Hook, I think. That was Julia Roberts. Anyways, I feel like that you guys are having a tough time believing in this connection, and your person might be as well, and having a hard time believing in himself or herself. So I think that's tough. Also, I feel like it's like you feel starved for attention, and so it's like you've been dwindling down like a starving fairy that needs attention and to clap you awake. It says, to have and hold. So I feel like for you guys, physical touch is very important in this connection, and I feel like both of you might even have this as a love language. I also love how the flowers on this sticker, they are open and they are blooming, which is beautiful. So I do feel like that's like hope is blossoming. I also feel like it's interesting that your postcard has stars on it, because also in your surprise box, you have this beautiful twinkly wishing upon a star, fairy star. So I think that it's very interesting because if you guys are paying attention to astrology, or if you guys are ones that wish on stars or that are hoping for this connection to work and really kind of like in your heart hoping and praying, then I feel like that this is a sign for you or like confirmation for you. And I feel like that this connection does have a very strong bond to it. With this sparkly star, I feel like that with this connection and with your person, that there is hope. I feel like stars and the star card in the tarot deck are about hope. So that is very beautiful. And I feel like you guys hope for more communication or better communication with your person because of the stars that are literally on a postcard of communicating. So I feel like that can be a key here in this connection, that if you guys want to deepen it, you guys definitely need better communication, but there is hope of that because you guys are best friends or have a best friend dynamic where I do feel like a lot of times you can talk to each other about a lot of things. So there is the building blocks there, the foundation and the potential of that. Then I see the starfish necklace, which is beautiful. So again, this is very interesting. There may be a water sign element to this where your person, may have Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio in your charts somewhere. You or they may, or both of you might. Also, the starfish is beautiful because I heard that they hold tails underwater like holding hands. So I feel like that again represents like a very strong bond, which is beautiful. So I like this. I have the lucky 4-leaf clover heart, which is very beautiful. So I love this for you as well. I feel like that this is like lucky in love and you guys might need a little luck to move this connection forward. So there is that. Let's see. Oh, I love this puppy. So this could be like puppy love. It could also be, you know, both you or they love dogs or have dogs. Or this could be like maybe one of you has a dog that looks like this, or maybe dogs are important in this connection, or maybe you or they are born the year of a dog. So it's very interesting too, because I feel like the love that you guys have is very fragile because it's made out of glass and it's also a mirror. So you also might be mirroring each other, or both of you feel the puppy love energy for each other. So there is this. Then I get this beautiful, beautiful true love rose. I always feel like this red rose, you know, red roses are always about like deep love and passion. And it's interesting because you guys do have like a best friend energy, but you also have like a romantic, I feel, energy. They just haven't been expressing it to you. So it's very, very interesting, this true love rose. And again, it's blossoming. And what I think is always so interesting is when people get this, is I feel like that this is like your connection is preserved under glass. And I feel like that's your person really preserving your memories. And I feel like you keep your memories of your person like very sacred, very like kept, almost like preserved under glass so that it never dies. So it's interesting, like preventing death of this connection. Because it's an interesting thing with the Hermit and the Chariot that you have on your side, where it's like maybe you've tried to end it or you wanted to end it, but yet you're still holding on and you're still wanting to progress. So it's interesting. It's like you're preventing the Hermit for real. You're encasing it in glass, trapping it so it doesn't like die, or so that you're keeping it alive in some way, preserved. Here is the other fairy wing from your person. So I do feel like in order for you guys to progress this, or for you to be happy in this connection, you guys would need to glue on the wing, or you would need to repair your person's fairy wing. So they need a big healing, especially on their self-esteem, because that is going to definitely help this connection along. I have this beautiful sparkly watch, but does it? Oh, it does. Okay. I was thinking it doesn't have a battery. Then I'm like, yes, it does. So that's cool. So anyways, I feel like, again, your connection is kind of, you know, time is ticking along. And you're wondering, like, not like a biological clock, even though some of you may feel like you have a biological clock. I feel like for more of you, you guys are feeling a little bit like, how long do I have to wait? How much time do I have to give this connection? And so in this box, I would say if you guys want to give it some more time, you could see what happens in time down the road as your person is healing. So then I put a fairy wand in each box. So you guys have this beautiful amethyst fairy wand, which is very sparkly and beautiful and lovely. So that's something gorgeous. Amethyst is a very beautiful crystal in regards to spirituality and a strong bond. It's the birthstone of Aquarius and Pisces. So February month, you guys might have a birthday in February, or your person might. So there is that. I do get the kiss kiss. So I also feel like that your person loves your kisses and they miss them. I feel like if you guys haven't kissed in a while, that they wish they could. And your final object is interesting. So I have this moonstone here. Again, Cancerian energy, or you or they may have Cancer in them. With this moonstone, I bought it so that it could be like set in a ring. But what's interesting with this is it's in this beautiful, again, encased in plastic, but glass, like encased. So I got it to turn into a ring, but I've never actually moved forward with setting it. So what's interesting about this is it's like potential for marriage, potential for a ring. So I feel like you guys do have the potential that you guys could think about deepening your commitment with each other. But I feel like he needs to heal his wing first. But what's interesting is his healing is in the box, but your arm is not in the box. And I'm curious, like, maybe you need healing that you're resisting, or that is left to be had in the future. So, but it's interesting. It's like his wing in the box is like, you have the key to your person's healing, but I feel like they might not have the key to yours. So that's interesting here. So I'm putting these back in the box so that we can look at the messages. So if you choose to move forward with your person, we have some guidance for you, some advice, some messages from the universe. Also, we might have more further understanding into your person. And we also might feel, while we look at these messages, that there is more information and maybe clues to see if you want to progress with this connection. How can you move it, or what is it? So first of all, I get the passion. So obviously you and your person do have a lot of passion for each other, especially the sexual card they got on their side as well. But I also get how you may not be wanting the passion or resisting it because it's just not able to give you what you want. Then I get marriage. So I do feel like that for some of you, if you do want to keep going to a marriage, that you guys might need to work on renewing this connection, because I get the renewal energy. So if you do want to move forward with it, you may need to renew it if you've put your foot down and blocked them, or put major boundaries, or if you're in separation. You may need to ask yourself, what steps are you willing to take to reinitiate this connection? And that's for you guys if you are in separation. And with the snake, and if you're feeling like, oh, I don't want to, it's only my person, that's up to them to reinitiate, then I would say, well, I can understand that, but also, how much do you want this connection? All right. Then I get the snake energy also on this renewal, which is also sexual. So you also might find that, the passion can be renewed in this connection. So that's beautiful, especially if you're in a marriage and you feel like you need the passion to renew. I get clear and shield your energy. So maybe you need to shield your energy or heal yourself or clear it, or maybe you need to shield yourself or work on boundaries, or think about what boundaries do you have or do you need, and how strong do they need to be, and reassess your boundaries and see, like, do I need to keep them as strong as I do? Or do I need to make them stronger in some way? So it might be about assessing your boundaries and also healing and clearing your energy. So then I get the Christ consciousness energy. So for this, it says, you are eternally loved and held within the palm of creation. Feel my presence beside you, my dear friend. I am always with you. You are always in my heart. So I feel like for those of you who believe in Christianity, I would say that, Jesus is with you, or Christ consciousness is with you. For those of you that look at Jesus as an ascended master, I would say you could call upon Jesus if you want to work on merging yourself with your higher self. So there is that energy. And for others of you who don't believe in him, then I would say you may want to go to whatever your God source is and be able to tap into that in order to help clear your energy. So there is that. Then I get steady progress. So think about the areas that you guys can make progress in this connection instead of like perfection. So progress instead of perfection. And it says steady progress towards a commitment, which is beautiful. So I feel like for some of you, you guys can work on this commitment. You guys can work towards a marriage. I get music. So there may be that you guys communicate with music, or there may be very important songs in this connection that connect you guys together. So there is that. I get answered prayer and divine will and manifestations. These are very interesting, the order of these. So I feel like for some of you, you guys have been trying to manifest your person. And divine will, or the universe, or God, or whichever you believe, is like, Sure, I will help you. I will help answer your prayer. So for some of you, I feel like there is that. For others of you, I feel like this connection or other romantic connections in your life are, affected by this divine will, but also by your prayers. So I feel like there is one side, free will, manifestation, the other side, divine will and praying and that. So I feel like there's kind of a connection between your romantic relationships and what they will be or do. So there is that. So I would say for you, you may want to become clear upon your manifestations to see what you want. Then I get shy. I feel like your person might be hiding right now. They might be shy. They may not feel like they can approach you, especially if you guys have had a blowout in the past. I get fulfilled. I feel like you, though, this is kind of a message I feel like for you, viewer. I feel like you're actually fulfilled. Like, look at your stars. You're like reaching up and you're like gaining your stars. You're getting them, and that's beautiful. I feel like your person does feel like you could fulfill them and they could feel satisfied with you, but they feel like they're a little scared of that or a little shy of that. And then unfulfilled. Wow. Look at how fulfilled you are, and now look at how unfulfilled your person is. That's important to see. Because I feel like as you see this and recognize this, you may be in a very positive energy, but your person may be still bittersweet, dwelling on memories, reminiscing, ruminating. Very interesting. Healing. You guys definitely need to go through a healing, and healing involves two people. So we will see what happens with that. Both you and your person both have to be willing. Then I get the ocean, which is interesting because I feel like for you guys, going to the ocean can be very rejuvenating. And if you can't go to the ocean geographically, you may want to take a sea salt bath, or, you can use a sea salt spray. So there's something that you can use, or go to some body of water if you want. Obviously, it's mid-November, kind of cold. Don't always recommend that, depending on where in the world you live. But there is that. Then I get twin flame. So I do feel like there's definitely some of you watching, this is your twin flame. And I get respectful. So I do feel like that there is a lot of respect between the two of you. And it's interesting that your final message out of all the cards, your surprise box messages, and all the objects end with the same pose. So I think that's very interesting. I feel like at the end of the day, if you choose to move forward with your person and you choose to, both you mutually put effort into this connection, then I know that some of you may be like, well, they need to do it first. And that might be so. But I would say if you both choose to put energy into this connection, that I feel like that there's enough respect between the two of you that you guys can work on this connection. So I would say that you guys could be happy in this connection, but your person probably really needs some healing first. So that is what I have for you, pile 2. I hope this has helped you. If you don't feel like this was your situation, feel free to pick another pile or another video. And if this was not your situation at all, pile 1 might be an interesting one for you if you're in a long-term relationship with them, because I would say that there are some messages in there. Usually those are for ones that are actually really committed or engaged or married, but I would say it could pertain to other scenarios, and some messages may still resonate with you. I don't know what pile 3 is yet. I haven't channeled it, but if that connects with you or resonates with you, feel free to pick it. So you guys, I appreciate you guys liking and commenting on my video. It helps my channel and it helps me get to know you better, and I appreciate it. And if you guys have not subscribed yet, I'd love for you guys to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get updates of when I release videos, when I post on the community board, and all sorts of other stuff. So until next time, I am rooting for you guys if you guys want to continue with them, and I will see you later. Bye, guys. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading today, where these surprise boxes, which I do once a month, we have today featuring fairies. So cute. So you guys picked an adorable purple fairy. So I love her. She's the Amethyst fairy, and she's a flower fairy, and she's very, very stunning. And what I also love is it seems like wrapped around her, she also has this very cool dragon, actually. So she's kind of like Mother of Dragons, but for fairies. So very, very beautiful. I love how she's very empowered, and she's like a warrior in a way. Like you can see she has very strong warrior, like princess energy. So very, very cool. I will put her in frame so you can see her. I also have something else you've picked is this beautiful sparkly amethyst heart, which is absolutely stunning. And you have picked the fairy oracle. So you may be very connected to fairies yourself. Also, I have this beautiful violet surprise box. So in these surprise box videos, what I love, and you probably know them by now because this is the second to last one I'm doing all year. So you've been watching them all month and seeing them. But for those of you who are new, we have a box that I unpack for you after doing some tarot cards and some oracles asking about your connection with your person. And I unbox them, and there are objects inside that are symbolic or psychically connected to your connection with your person. So today's topic of the reading is a really interesting one because a lot of times we have our heart set on somebody. We've been with them or we've been hoping to be with them, and we're curious about, does this connection make us happy? Will it make us happy in the future if we're to continue going in this connection? Or if we are to, finally be able to get our person for real, if we can finally be together with them, would we be happy with this connection? Is this something that we would enjoy, that would make us, fulfilled? Or is it toxic or wishful thinking? Or is this just something that maybe we'd be happier if we don't have it in our life? So I hope that this video will help answer your question of, would this connection with your person, if you guys were to get it for real, or if you guys are with them and you're going to continue with this connection, would this connection with your person make you happy? So would they make you happy if you're to be with them? And in this box, as I unbox it, it's going to look at, if you guys do continue with this connection, what would it look like? So this is the future of your connection. And we're going to start off with your fairy oracle to see, is this relationship or connection making you happy? Are you guys happy in this connection? And will it make you happy in the future? So we'll start with the fairy oracle, and then we'll go to some tarot, and we'll get some more details with the tarot. But I'm going to start with 5, and we'll see with this connection, what is going on in this connection with your person. So I get some exercise. All right. This to me talks a little bit about like a runner chaser vibe. Like, get some exercise. Are you running after them? Are you chasing them? Are they running after you? Are they chasing you? Do you run after or chase each other intermittently? So with this, that's kind of the message that I'm getting. Usually the message of this card is more literal, but I'm checking in this case to see, is there like a runner chaser vibe going on? Then I get daughter. So you may want to ask yourself, do you want kids? Or if you have kids or they have kids, would it make you happy to be the parent of their kids or to have them be the parent of your kids? So you may want to ask yourself this question about kids. Then I get marriage. So this is actually pretty promising. So if you guys continue with this connection, or if you can be together with this person, would you want to be married? There's a potential for marriage and children in this connection. You may want to ask yourself, would that make you happy to be a parent and a spouse? You may want to, ask for what you want. You may want to ask your person for some things that you want in your life and see if it's something that they would even want to do or that they're open to. Or you may want to ask, is your person open to having kids if you really want to be a parent? So it might be more, and it's interesting, the past 2 piles, what they were. This one seems a little bit more like lifestyle choices, Would you be happy with your person if you got them, or if you continued with them in the lifestyle that you guys would have? And then everything's okay, which to me says, I think you guys would be happy in this connection. I think that everything would be okay in this dynamic. So that's very beautiful to me and reassuring, even just from the get-go. I feel like you would feel that this is okay with you, and that your situation with your person is that this would definitely, like, for instance, you would be okay being a parent and marriage with them, and that they would be okay giving you what you want. So that's very, very cool. But you may have to fix this runner-chaser vibe dynamic. So let's get a little closer look to see what's going on in this connection. So, and yes, let's see here. Which do I want to look at? Okay. I can do Twin Flame Journey Tarot. That sounds good. We'll do this. Very passionate. Okay. So I'm going to do a traditional tarot spread on this relationship or this connection to see what's going on in it now and what if you guys are happy. And also we'll see what's happening in the future, if you guys will be happy, or a longer term future. So I want to see what's going on in the dynamics, and I also want to see, are you guys happy now, and why or why not? And I am going to be doing reversals as well, so that will give more information. And okay, actually it's interesting. It seems like you guys are getting happier than you were. It seems like in the past you weren't, but you're into a place now where you are, and your person is almost there. They're definitely a lot more there than they were. So that's good. And in the future, it looks like, yes, in the next 3 months, yes. Long term, we will see. Short term, looks like more like yes, but we'll see what the cards are. So, all right, so let's see here. So for you, on your side, I get the 4 of Wands, foundation and commitment. I feel like you would be very happy in a commitment with your person, and that you probably want a marriage or a long-term commitment. You guys have a huge foundation together, so you've probably known your person for a long time. And it does seem like you probably you know their lifestyle and your lifestyle, and it seems like you think that you guys are probably very compatible in it. Like I get this big house. So it seems like you guys probably have a huge foundation and you guys have seen this. 4 of Swords, you may feel like you guys are in a lull right now. The healing and recovery card is interesting. I feel like you've been working a lot on your own healing, and I think that's great. And maybe you've even been trying to heal this connection too. But I do feel like you're healing, you're recovering, and I also feel with the 4 of Swords, things may be kind of inactive right now, or it might be like a lull or a pause, or, you know, that kind of thing. And then I get 8 of Cups, which is the card of walking away and evolving. So it looks like you're thinking about, do you commit to like a marriage or a major commitment with them and have like a lifestyle with them, like permanently commit, or do you walk away? And that answer, you will be happy based on your level of healing that you have been doing and that you can do. It seems like for you, you've been doing the work, you've been doing the healing, you've been working on your own self, but you're also evolving. And the 8 of Cups is a card of walking away. So you're thinking, or that you will be doing, you're thinking about, do you commit ultimately, or do you walk away permanently from, you know, romantically the part of this connection? And that's all going to be based on your healing, or maybe your person's healing. So that's interesting. For them on their side, they are so happy with you. So your person, I get the 9 of Cups. This is a card I like to see. I like to see 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups. I like to see, you know, Chariot. I like to see 3 of Cups. I like to see these cards. The cards that are representing unhappiness, those are 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 8 of Swords, all the, you know, these energies. So this is a wish fulfillment card. This is a satisfaction card. This is very happy. 9 of Cups is your person is very, very happy with you. I love that. And I get 6 of Coins, which is interesting. You guys might be geographically separated. The World card comes up as that. I get Six of Coins is usually about shared financial resources or partnership. You guys might also share your money or help pay for things when you guys need to, especially if it's to see each other long distance. And I feel like with the two hands in this card that it's like your person looks at you as a partnership, like a true partner. So your person is very happy and they see you as somebody that is really reliable, that you have their back, that you are there, and that they can really trust you and they can really like partner with you. You're a good team. But what's interesting is the Five of Coins is reversed. Normally the Five of Coins, which on the card it says isolated and alone, is usually your person may be the type of person that would be fine being on their own, but with you, they do not want to be isolated or alone without you. And they're probably scared of rejection. They're scared of getting hurt. And I get with the Five of Coins, they may have some worries and anxieties and fears that maybe it wouldn't work out. So they may have some jitters or some, negative thoughts. But I feel, and when I say negative thoughts, I mean they may have some worries based on fears of rejection. But I don't feel like they have made the decision or the assumption about you that they don't like you. So it's not that. So I like this a lot. Wish fulfillment, dream come true, satisfaction. They don't want to be alone. They don't want to be isolated. And so I feel like part of something that they're going through that might make them a little sad is if they are alone or isolated from you, that could be making them sad. They might miss you, especially if it's long distance. But I do feel like that they really connect with you. In the past, what has happened already to bring you guys to this situation, I get all three cards in reverse. So you guys have not been happy because this is the Chariot card I was mentioning, but it's upside down. So in the past, you guys have not been able to see each other or travel to each other. It's been making you guys unhappy. And this Chariot is charging ahead and you guys have not been progressing. So in the past, that has been making you very upset and your person upset. I also get the Knight of Wands, which says passionate adventure, again, upside down. So you guys might be upset if you guys are not traveling to see each other. There's a lot of confirmation of this. But the Knight of Fire usually is very passionate and even like sexual. But with it upside down, I feel like the sexual part of this connection may have been affected lately. Or if you guys are upset about this connection, it may have thrown off the vibes of the passion. And then the Seven of Swords, which is usually deception and strategy, is reversed. So I do feel like you guys do trust each other and you don't want to betray each other. And I feel like you guys have been keeping integrity to each other. So that is good. So usually when the Seven of Swords is upright, that's a little like concerning. But when it's reversed like this, I would say that the trust is good. All right, now I want to look at in the next 3 months in the future. This looks promising in the near future because it seems like you guys can be happy short term at least. I feel like maybe there's some breakthroughs here. Let's see what there are. Okay, sure. There's a lot of pentacles and they're all upright. So Seven of Pentacles, where this card says reevaluation, but usually to me this is you're planting the seeds to have a future. So patience, things are growing. I feel like you guys are feeling like, okay, things are going to unfold as they grow and develop, and that's good. This is slow movement, but it's progress because the 7 goes to the 8, which goes to the 9. So you see it like slowly building or slowly improving. So that's good. The 8 of Coins, work in progress. Again, this can progress. You guys can work on this connection. And I also feel like this is consistency and investment and putting time and attention and energy into this connection and the consistency or the stability of that. And then the 9 of Coins, which in this card it says independence, but I would say normally the 9 of Coins is about valuing oneself, having abundance, prosperity, happiness. So I feel like for you guys, it's not like an ecstatic excitement, but I feel like you got, at least not now, but I feel like there's definitely progress, there's patience, you guys are building, you're putting the effort and the attention and the work into it. So it's not like a dreamy fairy tale, which is actually kind of good because it's more real. In the future though, I get Ace of Swords, breakthrough and awareness is upside down. It's tough because there may be that you guys are waiting for things to get better, and then maybe there's just like that thing just doesn't happen. Like the breakthrough just doesn't happen, or that awareness doesn't happen. And the thing is the reason why it's not, and why I'm highlighting it for you, is that you guys have the power to influence this. You have the power to change it, because the reason why it's not happening is because the Ace of Swords is all about communication. Now that is a theme that has gone across all 3 piles and all boxes, and you'll see in the surprise box, there's a postcard in there, and every one of you guys got a postcard, and I didn't think about it at the time when I was putting them in the boxes. I was just putting in like the objects I was guided to put in, but this is about communication not being had, or not being had effectively. So this needs to turn around, you guys. And if it does, and you can, everybody has the power to communicate well, because you can learn this. You can literally read it in a book. You can get some therapy, you can get some coaching skills. Like, there are many ways to improve communication in relationships. So I feel like for this, that this can absolutely turn around. But unless it does, I don't feel that this connection would progress or make you happy. But if it does, if you guys can work on the communication, you guys have a chance to be very happy. And I feel like that's where you're at on your side, is you're willing to go all in with your person. You're willing to have the foundation, the commitment, the house, the marriage, the kids. You're willing to go all in. But if they can't communicate with you, you will outgrow them and you'll walk away. And if they won't heal with you, you will outgrow them and you will walk away. So a lot of the things in this particular pile, it seems like, are hinging upon, can they grow, heal, and communicate more effectively with you? Because if they can't, it's stagnant and you guys can't really work past that. But if they can, and it looks likely that they probably can, because I mean, I feel like they're smart, and I feel like you guys can make some things happen, at least on your end, so that's good. And if they can, or you can, then there's hope for this. So that is good. So I want to see some messages. I'm going to start off with these. So I go, different oracles at different piles at different times. So for this, I want to know, what are they going through? What are they thinking about with you? What's going through their mind? So, all right. You stand apart from the rest. So this pumpkin is just shining amongst all these white pumpkins, which is interesting because I have them behind me. I have the orange pumpkin that's more vibrant than the ones behind it. And this orange pumpkin is the big one with the little orange ones, the white ones in front. So it's interesting because it's like you stand apart. You are the bright spot in their day. You are something that they really, really, it stands out to them. You see them. It's really powerful. And then I get batshit crazy for you. So where I said it's not like a fairy tale, I would say, no, don't forget though, the passion though that's in this connection. And I would say that there is definitely a lot of emotions running rampant in you guys. So not to forget that, because your person is definitely very, very, very passionate about you. And I do feel like you bring their emotions out and you make them feel like wild sometimes. Yes. So there is a lot of baggage that your person is holding on to right now at this time. And they do need to drop some of this baggage because it's too heavy and it's not helping them out. So they definitely need to release some baggage so they can move forward with you. Then I get, you're always on my mind. So it does seem like they think about you a lot. They're definitely, focusing on you, thinking about you, all of that. And yes, I've pictured having a family with you. And we see the marriage and the kids card that comes up. So from your person's side, I feel like they really, really do want to have this with you. And I feel like they've pictured it. They've envisioned what it would look like. And I feel like to them, it would feel like a wish, like fulfillment. And they would feel very satisfied with you. So that is promising. It's more about, can you guys work through some of these dynamics? Now, let's see some of their messages from Divine Masculine. So what is some of the more vulnerable parts of them? What would they say to you right now, or what are they thinking? So we have these. And these can give you some insight into further understanding them, or further seeing if what they're going through right now will lead to happiness for you. So I am grateful for your love and protection. So I do feel like that your person feels loved by you, protected by you. There's a very strong link between the two of you. So that is beautiful. I get going to communicate with you very soon. All right, you guys, that's what we wanted to see. That's what we need to have fixed. So loving this, loving this, loving this. So yes, I love this so much, you guys. So, all right, this is what we were hoping for. This is that long-term card that needs to be turned around. So I'm loving this. Deep down, I knew you were speaking the truth. So you've been sharing some very important pieces of information with your person. You've been I feel you've been communicating with them probably. So I feel like that with this, that they know that you've been speaking the truth, and maybe they've had a hard time like accepting it or taking it in, but they knew you were right. My relationship with the karmic has finally ended. So for some of you, your person may have had to leave a connection or maybe leaving a connection. And I like this. And so maybe your person has been realizing that their connection with you is very strong and they needed to leave somebody or something behind. Sometimes karmic can be a job, it can be a family member, a friend, but it seems like that something karmic, most likely it's a relationship, has ended. And then, yes, wow, formulating an escape plan to leave the karmic partner. Okay, so for some of you, maybe your person is with somebody else, but I love how it's ended and they're trying to leave them. So probably because they know that you're speaking the truth. So that's very important, you guys. I like this a lot. I want to look at some untold truths of the Heart Oracle, actually, because I want to get some more information, and I feel like this can help. So what about pile? That's very cute. They admire you secretly. That's very cute. Secret admirer. Only you. That's beautiful. I feel like that even if they have a karmic partner that they're trying to leave. Wow, infatuation. Okay, so with the infatuation and the batshit crazy for you, I would say, all right, so there's like a lot of passion, but elusive. Yeah, runner, chaser, elusive. They have all this like infatuation and passion for you guys, but they're keeping it all secret. So that's interesting. And then I get pride and I get hoping. Oh, that's so beautiful, you guys. Your person is like very much into you. So if you've been wondering, is your person really into you? I would say that's a strong, yes, they are. So that's beautiful. So they are a secret admirer energy for you, where they are very fixated on you. They are infatuated with you. They are infatuated with only you. But they are elusive because they are still being in or trapped in that like secret admirer energy. So that's what's difficult. That's probably what's screwing with your head a bit, to be honest. And that's probably what's really difficult here. But I do get that part of the reason of why they're being elusive is because they have a lot of pride. And maybe they're being overly stubborn, or they're holding on to some beliefs or some patterns of behavior that they feel like they need to, especially if they're being prideful and keeping their feelings or infatuation for you a secret. But I do want to say, they are really hoping to be with you. So I do feel like they hope that you guys can be together. And I do feel like they miss you. And I feel like they're still having a little sadness right now because they are longing for you. And the cards in reverse in the past that you guys got with your person, I feel like were kind of painful for you guys already. So I feel like that they're still kind of trying to bounce back from that as well. So there is some of that. What do I want to see? I want to see, I'll use this deck. So I want to see their light side, shadow side messages, and then we're going to get to your box because we've been going a while. But each pile has been a lot of time. So this is actually a long video, and I didn't expect it. Well, I kind of did because we have boxes, but, you know, usually I keep the tarot more short, but today I actually have gone very in-depth in each one of you because I feel like making a decision in a connection based on your happiness is really important, and I wanted to get like a lot more details and facts to really kind of help you guys make a decision. So I get separation. Some of you guys might be in a separation, especially if they're involved in another relationship. For others of you, I feel like you guys might be geographically separated, maybe even both. Then I get that in this separation is where, one, you and your person are both learning the lessons that you need to grow in order to be together. Two, I feel like that this is the time period where you guys need to be able to balance your own emotions and your energies, so you have some time to yourself and they have some time to themselves, so that you guys can balance your emotions and regulate yourself. So that's important too. So that's very interesting. All right, you know what? Screw it. We're going to do some light side, shadow side messages, and then we're going to get, and then we're going to get to the box. I think I thought that I was getting light side, shadow side, but I like that we got twin flame guidance, because I do feel like it gave some more information that we needed. Okay, so we got these. And let's see a little bit more. That one is good. That one is good. Okay, so this is what your person's dealing with right now in regards to, and actually I want to see the back one. This is, I contradict myself and give you mixed messages. How much truth, you guys? How much truth? So yeah, I get how. They are very contradictory. They give you mixed messages, runner chaser energy. Then I get light. You're always in my heart, even though I'm not in touch. So you guys might be in a low contact situation with your person, especially because we need to improve the communication. We saw that, but they are going to reach out to you very soon, which I love. Loving it. Then I get shadow, which is I'm in a dark place right now. So they're not happy right now. I don't think they're happy with how you guys have been. I think that you both have been a little sad in the past, and they're still kind of coming out of it. They're kind of emerging from it, but they're still kind of more in it than you. I feel like you're in a better place, but they're in a tough spot there. So they're in a tough one. Then light again is no one compares to you. I am full of joy in your presence. So just know, like, just because they're in a dark space right now doesn't mean that you don't make them happy. So I think that's important to know. They can be upset about dynamics in this connection or wish it was different, but still like light up when they're with you or when they're like next to you and they care for you so much, and that's beautiful. And then the no one compares to you is like the only you card that they got. So that's great. And infatuation, secret admirer, like they have all these feelings, all this joy. And then I should have been honest about my feelings. Oh my gosh, you guys, seriously, like don't we wish that? Yes. Secret admirer vibes need to go, and well, needs to stay, but be honest and open. And then I can't admit that I'm wrong. So your person with the pride is still holding to them being in their same situation because they're wrong and they can't get over it. This is what I have for you for this part. Now let's look at your box. All right. Very cool. Okay. So, as we do your box for you, I also want to just remind you guys, if you haven't seen my surprise boxes with the dragons, there may be a message in that for you only because your fairy is sitting with the dragon. So, there is this. Now, as we go into symbolic objects, I'm going to take out the message cards because I want to put them to the side as I unpack your box for you with your symbolic objects. Okay, so we're going to go for those last. So first I have the postcard that I've put in every pile, and it's interesting. Oh my gosh, your person said I'm in a dark place right now. Darth Vader. Oh my gosh, your person is battling their own inner darkness. Your person is trying to go towards the light side and not go into like the dark side, you know? This is so crazy. And this is so interesting here. So yeah, your person, I feel like it's interesting. I feel like, wow, your person is battling their dark side. And when I saw the dragon on her, what's so similar with the Dragon Surprise Boxes video is about like, what are they battling to be with you? And this is literally Darth Vader battling Darth Vader, battling the inner demon, battling the inner darkness. And it's so interesting here because with this, it's like they're on the postcard of communication. They're feeling like if they have to battle all of their inner blocks in order, all their worst fears, all their anxieties, in order to communicate with you. They have a lot of darkness or fear or worries or anxieties around communication with you. So what needs to fix itself is as they heal that, they'll be able to communicate better. And that is what needs to happen in this relationship for it to move forward, for you to be happy. Because otherwise there's an impasse. So very interesting here. So communication is key in all three of these piles, but different in different ways. Okay, now I get this beautiful Kuan Yin. So this is a beautiful beeswax candle that I got from one of my friends who gave this to me because he knows I love Kuan Yin. So this is beautiful. Now I'm going to leave the candle maker and their information in the description box. So if you are interested in little cute Kuan Yin candles or little candles or anything, they make Christmas ornaments and everything too. So she's really cool. I'm going to leave her information in the description box. I want to share this with you. So it's very cool, but you might be connected to Kuan Yin, and you might also feel, as you're looking to see, is this connection something that would be really happy? I would ask yourself, is this something that is very nurturing to you? So there is that. But it's interesting because not only do we have a candle, but we have matches, and the matches are love. So I feel like your person's love will light your fire. So I do feel like if they were to be nurturing and give you more nurturing love, that would make you very happy in this connection. So that is very, very beautiful. And I do feel with the matches that it's like you guys are each other's perfect match. Also Disney, Orlando area, Florida energy with this postcard as well. I feel like Florida energy kind of goes across the board. I also get this cute little guy. He's a little, I don't feel he's a unicorn, honestly. I feel he's like a donkey or a llama. I know it's Spanish, so maybe like Peru or Bolivia or, you know, energy when it comes to, you know, Latin American cultures. So that might be an influence into this connection as well. So that's beautiful. Also, this could be a horse. I'm like, what animal could this be? A lot of them. I was actually given this on my birthday one year. It was cute, so I saved it because it was adorable. So I would say that. And it's rainbow, so LGBT might connect to you guys as well. So there is that. So I love it. Also all the chakras. So healing. This is more messages. There we go. Then I get, this is a beautiful energy. So number one, I get there's like this mirror. You guys might be mirroring each other. I feel like all three of you piles are mirroring each other in some interesting ways. Oh, this broke. Look at the healing that you guys need. This is so interesting because one of your dolphins is upright and standing up beautifully, but it's so fragile, it's glass. And then here's your person, or I feel like if you're here standing stabilized, your person is here, he needs to they need to swim to you, or they definitely need a healing to also be upright and be here, because this is eventually the way it's going to be is this beautiful kind of united energy. But right now it's like you guys aren't really united. I don't think you guys are together. So it's interesting. Or maybe it's a geographic distance, so your person needs to swim to you or come to you. Also dolphins are fun. It represents Florida, and also dolphins are apparently the most psychic animal and the most intelligent animal. So I feel like you guys both have tons of intelligence. And when you guys are close together, you guys can kiss. So I feel like you guys do need to bridge the gap and need to overcome a geographic distance and also healing. And you might even need to heal the connection, to be honest. But I get this sexy hotel key. So maybe you guys do need to travel to each other and be in a sexy hotel room or something. So this is very cool. Also, this is 7/16 might be a date for some of you. So July 16th might be a birthday or an important date. Also, what's interesting, so this is Hotel Bedford. And so with this, it has 2 lions on it. So you might also be 2 Leos. And there's a crest, so connected to England or France or Bedford, Massachusetts, might be important for you guys in some way. But I do feel like you guys might need to get a hotel room, or you guys might need to unlock each other's hearts. Because I do get that there's a key to each other's hearts, which is very beautiful. And France might be important, or Paris. Then I get this beautiful white cat that's glittery with rhinestones, with a crown. So you or they may feel might be connected to cats. Or what's interesting about this too is I'm getting very queen energy, empress energy. So I feel like they look at you or they idealize you a lot. And they definitely see your worth and your value, and they see you as like beautiful. Then I get this very, very fun Titanic necklace. So you guys might be connected to that movie or in this energy, or they may feel like poor and you're wealthy, or they may feel like you have their heart, and that's very, very beautiful. So there are many interpretations to this beautiful, beautiful stone. Then I have this Buddha. So I feel like maybe you or they may be connected to Buddhism. This is also the happy Buddha, and we wanted to know, would you be happy with them? I feel like it's like you guys would be so happy together. So this is a very beautiful pile. I feel like that you guys have a lot of happy, good lucky energy. Then I see Band-Aid. Yeah, I feel like you or your person might be trying to Band-Aid this connection, but they need a deeper healing, or you do, or you both do. I feel like you are working on your healing. And also, I feel like you guys might want to like mend this connection together. Then I want to see, oh, I was so smart. Okay, I didn't know this. This is the information of the Kuan Yin candle. I was looking for it, and I was like, I'll just have to add it later. So anyways, this is the candles that I got, which is so cool. So Coral's candles, which is amazing. Again, her information will still be in the description box, but if you want to go to, well, Coral Thiel, which is Theill, then she makes these awesome candles, and it's very cool. So Coral Anika Thiel. So thanks, Coral. Sorry, I blanked on it for a second. I just didn't know I hid this, and then I put the fairy boxes away for like a month. Anyways, then I get this beautiful, and it's interesting because I get this sticker. It says, I'm yours always, but the flower fell off, just like the dolphin. So this beautiful flower needs to unite with, it's supposed to be on here. So, oh, and that's beautiful. Okay, so this one says forever love, and there is a wedding ring in the O in forever, and it's linked to the O or the ring in love, which is wedding rings, and we got marriage for you. So I do get that you guys have a forever love, but your little flower is off of this. So you guys need to heal it. You need to stick it back on. You need tape instead of a Band-Aid. And then I'm yours always. So that's beautiful. Then I get the dream catcher, and I do feel like it would be a dream of theirs to actually catch you, and vice versa. I feel like you both would. I'm seeing lots of like feathers come off, like angel feathers, or I'm not sure which animal Lovely gave us their feathers for this dream catcher, but you might recognize the feathers on this dream catcher from the animal, and if you do, please leave it in the description box. I do feel like that, yes, you guys would be like a dream come true to each other. And also it's interesting because this is very native, you know, it's Native American, so you or they may have Native American ties as well. So there is that. And then the last, oh look, there's two flowers that are off. So there's two flowers. Okay, so you guys need a lot of healing. And then I get this beautiful, I put a fairy wand in each box. So your fairy wand is this beautiful green obsidian, and that's the color of healing. So I think that's very special for you guys. And I think you guys definitely need some more healing in this connection. So what I'm gonna do now, as I put these objects back in the box, is we're gonna go to now the messages that have been in the box. So if you guys want to continue with this connection, there's going to be answers in these messages to see if this connection progresses. What is your connection going to be like? And or with this connection, messages, guidance, advice from the universe for you. What do they want to tell you guys? And what would it look like? And further details. Okay, so for now, I'm going to shuffle these cards, and we're going to see, what does the universe want to tell you? We'll start with this one. Boundaries. Yes, so you guys may need to really examine the boundaries you have in this connection. And that's going to be helpful and important as you move forward. You're going to see, what boundaries do you want to make? What boundaries are too strong, and what do you need to loosen or be more permeable with, or your person needs to be not so rigid with? or what needs boundaries around. So you're going to be examining the boundaries and see, do they need to be stronger or can they be relaxed? Then I get independent. So are one or both of you at certain times being too independent or setting too big a boundary in this connection? Or what boundaries can you set so that you guys can maintain your independence, but also let the love be flowing between the two of you? And divine passion. I like this. So, and that's Pele. That's a sexy volcano. So that is awesome. Also, I'm getting Egyptian vibes. I think Ashtar is also Egyptian. So Ashtar and Bast, I know Bast is. I think they both are Egyptian. It looks like they are. So it looks like there is definitely some Egyptian vibes here. Also, Hawaii could be something, or a tropical location with volcanoes could be. So that's awesome. So, and it says, be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? So your person definitely needs to be honest with themselves. I'm also getting a package from Amazon. So you guys will hear the mail. And that might mean that as they gave me a message that maybe your person will communicate with you better, because we got the postcard and the card that says, I will communicate with you soon. And we got the mail. So that's a lot of confirmation that your person's going to communicate with you effectively or soon or fix it. Then I get the moon goddess. I feel like you guys just need to make sure that you guys are regulating your emotions and self-soothing when you feel dysregulated. So there is this, and it also says a time of necessary upheaval is a blessing in disguise. As the dust settles, the gift reveals itself. So there needs to be a change in this connection. There needs to be an upheaval, and I feel like this would be happening. So just know that when you guys go through it, you guys might be bracing yourselves, but it's a blessing. And that might be on a new or a full moon. Also, again, this is Cancerian energy. So you or your person may be both Cancers, or one or both of you, or none of you. So you or your person may be a Cancer. Then I get forgiveness. So I also get for you that there needs to be some forgiveness in this connection that will cultivate the healing. So that's definitely very connected to that. And then I get sleep. Sleep is important. I feel like if you guys get good sleep, you guys would be in better moods and you'd be able to relate to each other in easier ways. So there is this, but I do feel like, have you or their sleep schedules been off lately? So there might be too much or too little sleep in this connection. They might be sleeping on this connection and they need to get going. Problem resolved. So I like this. Yeah, if you guys sleep on it, you guys might actually be able to just regulate your emotions, and that could solve some of the problems. So fixing the sleep schedule could actually fix a lot of problems. Or it might be that you guys will be able to resolve the problems in this connection. So that is good. I get fresh air. You guys might need to be outside more and cleanse yourself or clear your energy, heal some stuff. Or you may need to go outside to notice some of the signs. So there might be a sign for you outside in regards to this connection. Then I get believe. So I feel like for you guys that if you guys believe in this connection, that I feel like you guys have some potential here. And I get peaceful, sad, and bored. So I feel like your person's very bored. I see that they're like staring at the clock. I feel like they're bored with their life and they're curious, like, when is it going to be the right time for their life to progress in the direction that they really want? Because until that happens, they are a little sad, droopy flower. So I feel like they're very bored. They're sad. They're waiting for you. I feel like they're wanting to move forward with you. But how interesting you are, feeling more peaceful on your side. So they're feeling bored and sad and you're feeling at peace about this. Or more peaceful than they are. And optimistic. You might be feeling optimistic about this connection. And they're saying that it's okay to be optimistic. Cupid. I love the love. This is just like a little beautiful extra blessing that there's love in this connection and how much they care for you. And the romance that they feel in their heart for you as a secret admirer. And then I get vacation. Yes. Okay, you guys. Romantic vacation. And this tells me maybe you guys need a Valentine's Day vacation. Now, I know we're in mid-November right now, but this is timeless reading. So maybe you guys need a romantic getaway. So there's that. You guys might be geographically separated and need to fix it with that. And I do see that this is very cool, but the timing of a romantic vacation around Valentine's Day is an important message for some of you. And then I get freedom, which is again the volcano goddess, which we got with Pele. So Hina is also a volcano goddess for freedom, which is beautiful. So I do feel, and again, the big moon behind her. So the moon is going to be important in this connection. Also, you might see parrots or macaws or go somewhere tropical for your romantic getaway with your person. And tropical here, there's a lot of tropical cards, honestly. And then I get fertility, Pan. Now, some of you guys did get the child card. So there is this energy. You guys might want to think about how do you work on the kid situation, the pregnancy, talks, that sort of thing. And then also this is about new beginnings, which is a great card to end on, because I do feel that for you guys, that you guys do have the freedom to have some new beginnings in this connection, which I love for you. So it does seem like this connection would make you very happy if you're to continue with it, but the communication would need to improve for that to happen. But it does seem likely that the communication will improve. And now that you have this information, you can work on it to ensure or to help that along. So that's good. And you might feel like communication is an upheaval, but that's a blessing. So that's going to help you guys out. All right, you guys. Well, thank you for watching my video. If you feel like this did not resonate with you, feel free to pick another pile, or so you can get another situation, or there may be messages for you in another pile or in another video, especially in the dragon video. So surprise box dragons might have a message for you in it. So there is that. If you guys liked it, I'd love for you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. And I always appreciate you guys with your likes and comments, because not only does it help me get to know you, which I love, but it also helps the channel. So thanks. And also, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, I'd love for you guys to subscribe and just hit the notification bell, because that will give you all updates from me of when I release new videos, post on the community board, and all sorts of things. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.